So 99 is what I usually consider the end of the Disney Renaissance, mainly because it takes out the one key thing that like makes Disney Disney. There's no singing in Tarzan.
Right. Well, there is music.
There
is some fantastic music. I don't remember.
Phil Collins?
Was it Phil Collins?
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. There is that one song that was played over and over. It was like the guide, the lights that we see, or something like that.
Yeah.
That was their main theme for Tarzan. That's a good song.
So Tarzan comes out, and then we're hit with Emperor's New Groove, another great film, but had some executive meddling. It was supposed to be another film called Kingdom of the Sun originally,
with Owen Wilson.
Yes,
and the guy who played Cusco. I don't remember the voice.
David Spade
and Owen Wilson. It was kind of like Prince and the Pauper, but it was themed to like the Aztecs. Or no, not the Aztecs. It was the Maya.
I think so. The
Maya, the Incans. It might have been the whatever. Sorry, whichever ancient civilization from South America it was. It was one of those, and it was a Prince and the Pauper story, which I thought. And if you look at the behind the scenes of the work that they did, it seemed like it was going to be a very interesting story.
Yeah. So that movie comes out. Then we're followed with Treasure Planet.
And that was the beginning of the end.
Because you have Brother Bear the next year, and then Home on the Range, which I consider another one of the worst Disney films. By this point, none of the Disney films are doing well. You have the Disney market being overcrowded because other networks like Nickelodeon are getting involved. They're releasing their own films, but Disney is also releasing TV. Their TV shows are releasing films in theaters, so the brand's getting all diluted and nobody knows what to do. Plus, you have all these movies getting sequels. You have Cinderella 2, Cinderella 3, Little Mermaid 2, Little Mermaid 3. At the same time, the parks aren't doing well because 9/11 has happened and it kills the tourism industry for a year. At the same time, they open up California Adventure, and they also open up a second gate for Disney's MGM Studios. All that leads to, in 2003, the Save Disney campaign, where Roy Disney
resigns.
He resigns.
Yeah, there's a whole it's a whole different subject altogether with the parks and how those were mishandled in the late 90s and the 2000s. And it kind of all started with Euro Disney's release and how much of a disaster that was. And the warning signs, the red flags were there from the beginning, but Disney just kept going forward because they wanted that European money. First off, it was a horrible mistake naming it Euro Disney, since the Parisians saw that as kind of an invasion of not only the European Union but the American industry, and that the Disney company was relying on that park's success to finance all of their other parks. And with the death of Frank Wells that very same year that the park came out, it was a total disaster. In the short term, it was in the moment, it looked like it wasn't that bad because maybe we'll just we'll recover eventually and we'll strive on. But it ended up becoming really disastrous because now you just had Michael Eisner running the show, who was kind of the ideas guy, and then Frank Wells was like, okay, well, so is this financially feasible? Can we do this? And so now you had. You didn't have any more brakes for the car. Michael Eisner just went full steam ahead, and they released. They did Disney's Animal Kingdom, which was not perceived or received as well on its opening as it is nowadays, and it still isn't as much as it is now today, because it didn't open with Expedition Everest, and then you have so that did okay, fairly well. Then you have California Adventure, which failed in its initial release and in the ensuing years. And then the final straw that broke the camel's back for the Disney parks was opening Disneyland Hong Kong in 2005 or 2004. I don't remember exactly when it opened. But also Disney's cost cutting in the parks was really bad. Michael Eisner hired a president of Disneyland named Paul Pressler, and he was for his penny pinching antics. He was known for cutting costs incredibly, and it caused a cut in wages with cast members and a general decline of the quality in Disneyland and in Disney parks, to the point where the archway of Adventureland, Tiki Room, in an archway in the entrance of Tiki Room collapsed from wood rot onto guests. It didn't hit any guests, didn't harm anyone, but it happened during an operating day at Disneyland, and that was a really big PR disaster for Disney at the time. So you had all of these things going on at the time, and it eventually led to that lack of confidence with the board of investors.